Hey, I made a video about a review of this Boss SP-303 a little while ago, and anyways, I had a comment about how to use it. So this is how to make a rhythm. So let's get started. So first, you want to go into pattern mode, and so you hit pattern select. And so right now, all my patterns are full, so you see they're all blinking. So what I want to do is I can hit cancel and get out of pattern select and go to pattern select and go to delete. And I just went into this one, and it says, it's like asking, do I really want to delete it? So I'm like, yeah, delete this one, delete. And so now it's deleting. So now it's empty, and I can go into record. And I've got my click, and it's asking me what pattern do I want to record on, because it's flashing on the only available pattern, which is 2, which I just deleted. So now I hit that, and now my record is flashing, and I can hit record again, and then I get a count in to 1, and now I'm recording. And then it's what bar and what beat you're at. So let me just do like a little basic thing. So now I've got my snare in there. So first, right off the bat, you can hear it's kind of not exactly perfect sounding, and it's because I don't have any quantize settings done. So 2 things I'll teach you real quick. You can hold delete and go into erase, and if I hold this down for 2 bars, I can erase everything I just did. There's no undo function like an MPC or anything like that. So this is what you have to do if you mess up your pattern and you don't want to delete the whole thing. You just want to delete a certain part that you didn't like. So now I can get rid of delete, and I can go into quantize, and it says off. There's no quantize function. So if I hit the Control 3 knob, I can go into quarter notes, eighth note triplets, and 16th notes. And probably 99% of you out there, 16th notes is going to be your preferred quantize function. You know, quarter notes and eighth notes, it's just, I mean, not very usable in my opinion. So now I'm still got my count in, so I can go back into starting with my snare. So you notice I had some like double triggers right there, but since I quantized it, they're gone. So let's see here. What's next? I don't really remember where my sounds are on this. So now I've got my 16th note hi-hats, and I think a kick is right here. I don't remember. So now I've got a little basic rhythm set up, and if I want to add like a sample on there, I can go. So there's my sample. So if I want to add an effect to that, I can go up in here and go, where is it? First of all, I didn't really like the timing of that, so I'm going to delete it. So I'm holding down my delete, it goes 2 bars, and it should be done. Okay, very good. Alright, so now I can go like this. Let me show you one really kind of weird thing about this, is that if I wanted to go, well, I'm in pattern select, stop. So now I'm out of pattern select, and I just have that individual sample. I can go into multi effects. If I want to turn on an effect, I want some reverb on there, so now I've got some reverb on there. But one thing about this that is kind of lame in my opinion is, like, let's go back into record. So I'm in record. Oh, I want to go into, pardon me, that's sample record. So I go into pattern select and record. And now 3, 4 is that you can't chain these together. You actually have to do pattern select like this. Like if I hold down, well, sorry, right now you can't chain these together, and what I mean by that is that so if I wanted to do multiple patterns in a row, you have to be pressing them live. So I can go into like my pattern I just made, and then if I go back into pattern select and go to my next pattern, so you pretty much have to be like on it live in terms of like what pattern do you want to go to next. So, but you can overdub. That's one thing that is okay about this. So if I wanted to add that sample, like I said, so where was it here? If I want to add that sample to my last beat, so I'll go into pattern select, and I'm in my A bank, and I hit my last thing here, and now I'm in my B bank of samples, and I want to record. I go, oh, sorry, pattern select, record. So now I'm counting in, and now I'm going to add that sample I wanted there. So once again, I'm in B bank of samples. So here we go. So now I can turn off record, and it's saving right there. So it's all done, and now I'm back into pattern select, so I can select what pattern I want. So now I can delete patterns by if I hit delete and choose what pattern I want. So I don't really care about any of these patterns, so just to show you. And then this will delete, this flashing delete button will be a confirmation whether you want to do it or not. And then you hit it, and then boom, it should delete. It takes a little while. See, it's actually counting down. These pads are deleting. And one thing you should know about this is that the internal memory takes a lot longer than the smart media card in terms of saving and deleting. So just to delete that pattern, it took, about 30 seconds to delete it. So if you want to do things in a little bit faster mode, do them on the card banks, and it'll go a little bit faster. I would say, like, for the internal stuff, save it for rhythms that you're going to use on a pretty regular basis. So, I would say that, this particular sampler drum machine is more suited towards live stuff than actual, like, studio production, because of some of like the simplicity aspects of it. Like for a live setting, it's fine. You don't want to like have like all these complex beats going on. Like if you're a DJ, you just want some rhythms to throw in, hook this up to your mixer, use the effects. It's cool, works good. For someone who's owned I've owned an MPC 1000 and 2000 XL before. It's just so limited that I would say, like, at this point, like when you consider the price of even getting just like a normal MPC 2000, even though it's really old, but the only thing is that the MPC doesn't have the effects that this has. So there's give and take. But I would say that the MPC, in terms of flexibility, in terms of recording, just like kills this thing. And I'm not really sure about the newer ones, like the SP-304. Like back when I used to work at Guitar Center, I always just looked at the SP-304 and like all like the newer SP models, and was just like not really thrilled by it. I mean, once you have an MPC, I mean, I use Machine now, and that's cool, but like I keep going back to hardware, and I think it's just part of like the gritty sound you can get with it, because when you make something with software, it always sounds like software. When you make something with hardware, it always sounds like hardware. So I guess that's it. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Late.